All right, Aquarius, hello. How are you doing? What's up with my Aquarians? We're going to go ahead and get some mid-month messages knocked out for you here today, okay? And it's about right on time, too, isn't it? Right about on time for the middle of the month for me to finish these up. Anyway, for those of you new to my channel, this isn't something that I normally do. I didn't leave myself very much room to do any more extended readings. So what I'm doing here mainly is I'm focusing on energetic blockages, okay? That's going to be the main focus here, okay? Not something that I do every month, and I'm probably not going to do this one again after this, honestly. These messages are a little bit more challenging than I originally thought they would be, but gotta put something on the table for you. Anyway, information for scheduling personal readings is in the description of the video. Okay, so if you're interested in that, please have a look there. All right, let's see here. Let's do an energy check here, and we're gonna focus what's the main energetic blockage between the two of you, between Aquarius and the person that they are inquiring about or dealing with, thinking about, you know, man, whoever this is. Let's see. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune just flipped out here. Okay. This has been coming up for a lot of the signs here lately. I feel like this is karmic in nature, okay? I feel like it's karmic. And that doesn't mean bad thing. I have to put that, anytime something comes up about karma, I always have to make this point very, very clear. That's one of the most misconstrued phrases in the spiritual community is karma. Doesn't necessarily mean bad thing. It just means that whatever connection the two of you had in a previous lifetime, you didn't quite get the plan the way you wanted it to, so you tried it again in this lifetime. That's all I mean by that. Unfinished past life, unresolved energy, okay? Oh, I don't know what to say about that. What else, though? Let's see here. Two more shuffles. Last one. Three of Swords reversed. Okay. And the Death card. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. King of Cups. All right, so this person definitely still has feelings for you. They definitely still have feelings for you, but I'm almost kind of feeling like with that Queen of Swords, King of Cups energy right there, it's almost like the two of you didn't really, how am I going to word this? Like fully express your feelings back and forth to each other. And now, hey, come on now. I know Aquarius, y'all get this stamp put on you all the time. I'm an Aquarius too, for those of you who didn't know. So I very much relate. You all tend to get this reputation for not expressing your emotions in a way that other people would prefer you to express your emotions. So maybe this person isn't really 100% sure where you stand. And even in the past, they weren't 100% sure, you know, they didn't really know how to read you, you know? Didn't really know how to read you. Didn't know whether or not you were actually into them or if you weren't interested in them at all. They weren't quite sure. They weren't quite sure, okay? Five of Cups. But with this Death card right here, for some of you, this feels like something that ended a long time, like it was over basically a long time before you all officially ended it. You know, maybe one, the other, or both of you clung to this a little bit longer than you should have. Hierophant. See, here's the funny thing. I'm kind of struggling here because from what I'm seeing, it doesn't really look like there's a legitimate energetic blockage. It really doesn't. Maybe somebody jumped the gun and assumed things. That's the only thing that I can think here because with the Hierophant, King of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, there's a lot of energy here that I'm looking at it and I'm like, well, why did this go wrong? Why did this go wrong? What happened here? What is the energetic blockage? Could be an Aries for some of you, but with the Queen of Swords here and this Fool card in the reverse, I'm kind of feeling like, and again, I hate to get too specific, but it's almost like this person was waiting for you to open up and express something before they took things to the next level, you know? Like, let's say you all were in the talking phase, you know, and they were like, okay, so I want the green light from Aquarius that Aquarius is interested in me before we make it official. Or let's say the two of you were already official. All right, I want you to let me know somehow before we move in together. or before I pop the question, or whatever this next level was, whatever this leap of faith was that they wanted to take with you, they didn't know. I feel like they were afraid to take that leap of faith because they weren't 100% sure where you stand emotionally and whether or not you were actually in love with them or whatnot, you know? Because I don't really think you were expressing your emotions in a way that they wanted. But I mean, I'm gonna have to let's see. Did you have feelings for them? Let's see here. Did Aquarius? Where were you emotionally here? Let's see. Oh, the Six of Cups reversed. Page of Cups reversed. I do think that you did have emotions for them, but you weren't really fully expressing it in the way that they wanted. You know. This is weird, dude. Tower card. Okay. Let me just go ahead. This is starting to go around in circles here. This doesn't really look like something that at the end of the day, I really don't even think that there was that much of an energetic blockage as much as somebody, it just feels like somebody was trying to assume something here. This is really confusing. This is one of the most confusing Aquarius readings that I've done in a while. One of the most confusing ones, dude, because I don't see why it went wrong. I don't know. Let's see here. What could be done to fix this? Is there any potential to fix this? And if so, what could be done here? Is there any potential to fix this? If so, what could be done? Let's see. Page of Cups in the reverse. Two more. The Six of Swords. Two of Swords. Tower card reversed. This is one of the most confused. What the hell, you all? Dude, man. I'm not going to lie. This is the most confusing. Okay, it could be a Sagittarius for some of you. Yes, reconciliation could be possible here. But there's two factors that I'm seeing here, okay? Yes, it probably would be in your best interest to actually express your emotions in a way that this person understands. You know, like learn their love language. But at the same time, this person shouldn't rely solely on the visual cues. You know what I mean? Makes sense? Y'all got to meet in the middle somewhere. This person's they're too dependent on the visual cues, you know? I need you to show me that you love me. But I don't trust. It's because I don't trust you. You know what I mean? It's almost like there's a lack of trust here. So the two of you would have to meet in the middle somewhere. And I know as an Aquarius that can be a little bit difficult sometimes, but it is possible to actually work on, okay, what I'm feeling, let's go ahead and work on expressing it. You know, that can be a challenge, you know, for some Aquarians, but they got to meet you in the middle somewhere here too. They got to meet, because they're overthinking this. It's like they're overthinking this. And unless they see it, they don't trust it. You could tell them, I love you, you know, and stay loyal, stay faithful. But if they don't see those visual cues, that affection and all the other things, they don't trust it. It's like they don't trust it. They don't believe that it's possible for somebody to be in love and not have that emotion dictate their every action. You know what I mean? So thank you, Sean, for that super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Page of Swords. Yeah, y'all gonna have to talk this through here. Y'all gonna need to meet in the middle there. If you want to reconcile, there's going to have to be a team effort here. Going to have to be a team effort. Okay. All right. Well, that's weird. But anyway, let's see if there's anything blocking new love from coming in. Ooh, what just popped? Hang on. I got a backwards card in here. Oh, the Death card reversed. It's flipped around backwards. Okay. So some of you now, all right. What I'm reading here is only for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus Aquarians who are stagnant in the love life. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing new coming in, or anything new that tries to come in isn't serious. There's nothing, you know, like I'll meet somebody, I'll talk to them for a little bit, and then we fall apart. And then I'll meet somebody else, and we'll talk for a little bit, and then it falls apart. You just can't seem to find anything that is really steady and matches what it is that you're looking for, okay? With that Death card reverse, somebody, well, I'm not going to speak. Not going to speak yet. I will end up with my foot in my mouth. Hang on. Hold-y-do. Moon card reverse. The Chariot, Two of Cups. Okay. So there's definitely something new trying to pop its way into your life there. There's something new trying to come in. Could be a Scorpio. I also have Pisces, Virgo. Look, there's a bunch of past energy in here. Some of you are still broken from a past toxic relationship. Hey, anytime new love comes up, for those of you who have been following me for a while, tell them what comes up. For my followers who have been with me for the past year, tell them what comes up. What comes up every time we read the new person or new love? What comes up? The past. The past. Okay, this, from what I'm seeing and what I'm learning in my line of work here, is the leading cause of new relationships failing or just not getting off the ground is we're dragging vibrational energy that is unhealed and unresolved from the past with us into a new connection. Okay? There was somebody you dealt with in the past that was incredibly toxic. Could be a Capricorn for some of you, and you're still unhealed from it. You're still unhealed from it. Some of you could have developed a coping mechanism of keeping yourself real busy, maybe taking on extra hours at work, or just keeping yourself busy. You can't really sit still and can't really isolate. You're having a hard time isolating and being alone with yourself, staying busy, you know? And that's look, you got something wanting to come in here. Could be a Cancer headed your way. But the Two of Cups right here, it's almost like they're standing there waiting on you, and you're not seeing it. It's almost like they're standing there waiting on you, and you're not seeing it. Hangman, hey. Hangman. Now, I'm not saying that there's actually literally somebody sitting there waiting on you. There could be for some of you, but it's like energetically and vibrationally, that next chapter in your life is waiting on you to step through that threshold. But like I said, I think the main thing holding you back is unresolved past energy from a toxic connection. Okay, the last or one of the last connections that you were involved in that came to an end was incredibly toxic. You could have dealt with like a drug addict or an alcoholic or a narcissist or whatever the case may be in the past. Three of Pentacles. Going in circles now. We're going in circles. You could have been involved, by the way, with the Three of Cups. Where's it at? Hang on. Three of Cups, Three of Pentacles. You could have been involved in a third-party situation in the past for some of you. All right, let's see if we can get a better look at the next person who will be making their way into your life. Let's get a closer look at the next person that Aquarius will be dealing with. The next person making their way into your life. Let's see what we can get. I do like this spread, though. I do like this one. This is one that just kind of like started coming through off the fly for no particular reason. And I think I'm going to incorporate this spread in more of my readings. Okay, the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Y'all could have a fire sign headed your way. But the next person that comes in, look, speaking of carrying past vibrational baggage, I think they're doing just the opposite. Okay, this person is working very hard to not bring any of their baggage with them into the next connection. You see what I'm saying? Okay, the Emperor reverse could be an Aries for some of you. Okay, so it's going to take this person a little bit to let their guard down. It's going to take them a little bit to let their guard down. You may struggle to feel the connection at first. You may kind of struggle to feel the connection with the Lovers in the reverse here. And the Queen of Swords. See? And look, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to show you the cards. For those of you readers, what's this? What is this? What is this? What is it? Unfinished business from the past. But this person is working on it. This person is actually working on that unfinished business from the past. But they've still developed a bit of a defense mechanism where they're kind of, they want to play things off and act like they don't care and not really open up and express their emotions. But that's because they are still actually working towards getting over something that happened in the past. I think that the next person that comes in has a massive inferiority complex. Judgment. Page of Swords reverse. They could already have their eye on you, honestly. Okay, they could already have their eye on you right now. It could be like a friend on your Facebook friends list that you're not really aware that they're interested in you, but they're watching you. They like your posts, you know? Like, you know, every now and then you'll get just a random friend request from somebody, and they got like 3 mutual friends, and you click accept and then you forget about it. You know, I totally forgot about that. You know, they never hit like on none of my stuff. They never nothing, but they're watching you. They're watching you. They got their eye on you, I think. Okay? I just really kind of feel like right now you all are both currently dealing with some things. Both currently dealing with some things, but this person's putting forth a lot of effort to heal from whatever their past situation was. And it's going to take a little bit before they open up and connect emotionally. They got to let their guard down. Okay, the best thing that you can do is provide them with an environment in which they feel safe opening up and expressing themselves. And I don't know who's better at doing that than Aquarians. You all are typically the best sign. You all invented that. You all invented creating and providing a judgment-free environment, didn't you? More people than anybody else say that when they hang out with Aquarians, they feel free to be themselves without judgment. So you shouldn't struggle with that too much. Not too much. All right, now we're going to look at some general career and finance. If you're not experiencing any issues with your finances in your career, this is not for you. Let's see what we got going on. What we got going on. Ooh, the King of Cups. That doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. I don't want to speak on it yet, though, because I don't know if that's something coming in or what you're currently doing. I don't want to speak on it yet. Hang on. 2 of Pentacles reversed. King of Swords. Okay, now this comes through sometimes and I try to steer around it, but some of you could have somebody who's interested in you at the workplace. Okay, you all are at a bit of a crossroads. You're at a bit of a crossroads. So, okay, I'm seeing like 2 or 3 different stories here. Where do I start? Okay, let's just go ahead and start with this. Some of you, you're just not really feeling it. I kind of feel like when it comes to what you're doing, some of you may be very, very good at it, but you're just not really feeling it. You're kind of numb towards it. But you're at a crossroads. Some of you are sitting and wondering, should I start a new business or an online business? Or should I invest in foreign currencies? Or should I invest in gold and silver? Or should I don't know, or should I start an affiliate marketing freelance business or something like that? I see you kind of up in your head wondering, well, should I actually go look for something that I love to do? You know, one of the questions that I get so frequently in my personal readings, and it blows my mind, man, should I pursue my passion? I'm like, why are you asking me? You do not need my permission to pursue your passion. I know what they're asking. What they're asking is, if I pursue my passion, will I be able to make a good living? That's not the right energy to go about it. Okay? You don't want to go about it with that energy. Fuck money. Okay? Scrap money. Take the whole idea of money and chuck it out the window. Pursue your passion for one reason and one reason only. Because it lights your fucking soul on fire, dude. If you can really truly train yourself to do that, and I know that sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how indoctrinated we have been to ignore our passion and chase money. Anything you chase will run from you because that's what you are insisting that it do to give you something to chase. So you know how many of us, heartbreakingly enough, oh man, I'm so passionate about that. But you know what? When I have time, maybe one of these days, I have money to chase right now. I have important things to do. And they'll take their passion and they'll just chuck it by the wayside, you know? If you can actually train yourself and give yourself permission to go after it, who cares about money? Don't do it for money. Give yourself permission to dump every ounce of your heart, soul, and energy to whatever you're passionate about. Spend however much money it costs to do whatever this is that you love to do, because it lights your soul on fire. Watch how fast money starts chasing you. Watch how fast money starts chasing you. Yep. Ha ha! There you go. There you go. All right. But I just still kind of see some of you, or you're just kind of at a bit of a standstill right there. It looks to me like, now I'm not saying that none of you hate your job, okay? I'm sure there's at least one Aquarius out there that absolutely hates their job. But it looks like the majority of you, by and large, whatever it is that you're doing right now is pretty stable, but you don't really have any emotion towards it at all. I don't like it, I don't hate it, I just do it. I just do it because it pays the bills, and it is what it is, you know? But you're at a crossroads here. Some of you already have some kind of offer coming in. Some of you already know, you have a real good idea of what you would love to do, and that's a good thing. You know, your average person, if you ask them, what are you passionate about? 90% of the population, what's your passion? They don't have a fucking clue. They have no idea what they're passionate about because we have been so programmed to ignore that. We've been so programmed to ignore that. Oh yeah? I don't care what it is you like. I don't care what it is. I don't care if you like playing music. I don't care if you like painting. Okay? I don't care if you like reading tarot cards or making Ninja Turtles out of clay. Boy, you better pursue that. You better get your ass to the craft store, buy you a bunch of clay, and come home and sit and watch YouTube videos all day and just do it because it lights your soul on fire, dude. Let's see what kind of general advice we have here, though. What kind of general advice? With the Quantum Oracle. General advice with the Quantum Oracle. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Intuition and manifestation. Okay? All right. So that kind of goes without saying there. That kind of goes without saying. A lot of you, your intuition is already screaming at you, telling you what it is that you need to do. But every sign has its strengths and every sign has its weakness. Okay? And I'm gonna say we because I'm an Aquarius too. One of our weaknesses is this thing. Okay? This thing can be your best friend and it can be your worst enemy. If you are trying to figure out how to create something that you have never experienced before, this thing isn't gonna work. Oh, this thing can do a lot of shit, man. But if you're trying to figure out how to create something that you've never experienced before, this thing right here, okay, this logical, analytical, ego thinking brain is never going to be able to figure out how to do it. The only thing this thing is a record of the past. That's it. That's it. It's a record of the past. Nothing that you have learned in the past is sufficient enough to create something that you've never had before, or you would have had it a long time ago. Okay, you're gonna have to pay attention to that intuition and not overthink the process. Okay? You're gonna have to not overthink it. Ascended Masters, hey man. Dude, it's 2021. It's 2021. Don't be afraid to ask your guides for help. Don't be afraid to do it. Ask your guides for help and release it and let it go. And when they give you the sign, you better pay attention. You better pay attention. Your overthinking ass is probably going to overthink it and ignore it. Yep, your overthinking ass gonna completely ignore it, you know, and try to logically figure it out. A lot of you need to go a little bit deeper within too. The Sacred Temple, professional assistance. Don't be afraid to ask for assistance. Okay, a lot of you, the career that aligns with your highest good is going to be something to do with teaching others. Okay, we are in the age of Aquarius now, and a lot of you, whatever it is that you're doing is going to involve teaching others. You know, and because in this age of Aquarius, we are in an age of consciousness expanding. Okay, and you all are some of the best ones. Okay, you all are some of the best ones at figuring out how to explain new ways of thinking. Okay, so we can unwire those old thought paradigms that have kept us psychologically enslaved by our own minds. We got to figure out how to pick the lock on those psychological handcuffs that we're wearing and release those old shackles and expand our consciousness when it comes to looking at love, life, and the world in general from a different lens. Okay, there's a lot of you out there. Back and forth, man. Everybody's getting back and forth, dude. Everybody's getting that. Y'all are back and forth right now. Okay. Kindred partnership. Okay. And the loving man. Like I said, some of you are going to end up in a relationship at the workplace. But this right here, you can only go back and forth so much. Only go back and forth so much. I think a lot of you need to go ahead and break up out of that shell and start actually associating with. Go out and search for and find and intentionally associate with people who have what you want. Okay, I'll never forget. That was the first thing I did. Okay, I lived below the poverty line my entire adult life. So I'll never forget the day that I said to myself, I'm going to manifest a successful business. I've never made much more than minimum wage in my entire adult life. That idea was laughable for me to manifest a successful business. And the first thing I did, because I did so much research, on my path, was I said, all right, well, if you take a look around at the 5 people closest to you, okay, where they're headed is where you're headed. All right, well, I got to make the 5 people closest to me people who have what I want. So I went out and intentionally befriended a bunch of successful business owners. Intentionally. And it was real weird and funky and uncomfortable because I was on the frequency of poverty and being broke. The only people I knew were broke people who made minimum wage just like me. And I thought like them. I was thinking on their wavelength. And I was like, no. If I want something, I have to go learn how to think like the people that have what I want. Okay, so it's going to involve a little bit of professional assistance. And like I said, I think a lot of you, there's going to be some sort of teaching involved with what you do. Okay, but some of you all need to stop overthinking the process and go within and pay attention to those intuitive nudges. Okay, pay attention to those intuitive nudges. Most of the time, your intuition is telling you to do something that you're not comfortable with, not out of the realms of moral fortitude, but just in general. You're like, I'm too scared to do that. You got to do it, man. You got to make that leap of faith. Anyway, though, I feel like those were the messages my Aquarians needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this reading here. I am eternally grateful to every last one of you that tuned in, played along, and showed love, support, and positive feedback. I see you, and I greatly appreciate it. It makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. Don't forget to look in the description of this video if you would like to find information on how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Y'all stay blessed.